Welcome back to the channel Coins Master, where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we have something truly special, the 1988 Roosevelt dime. You might think a dime is just a small, ordinary coin, but what if I told you that some of these dimes are worth an incredible $8,966? That's right, a single 1988 Roosevelt dime could be worth thousands, making it one of the most sought-after dimes in circulation today. In this video, we will take you through its rich history, how to identify a valuable 1988 dime, and why it has become a prized possession among collectors. Stay tuned because you might just have one of these rare gems in your collection. History of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by John R. Sinek, this dime replaced the Mercury dime, which had been in circulation since 1916. The decision to place Roosevelt on the dime was not just a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, but also because of his strong connection to the March of Dimes campaign, which helped combat polio, a disease he personally battled throughout his life. From 1946 to 1964, Roosevelt dimes were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, in 1965, due to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a clad composition of copper and nickel. This change significantly impacted the numismatic world, as silver dimes became more valuable due to their metal content. The design of the Roosevelt dime has remained largely unchanged, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, oak branch, and olive branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, strength, and peace. The 1988 Roosevelt dime. The 1988 Roosevelt dime was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark located just above the date on the obverse side of the coin. While millions of these dimes were produced, only a select few have gained extraordinary value due to their condition, rarity, and errors. Finding one of these high-value dimes in circulation is rare, but not impossible, making them a highly coveted piece for collectors. Rare errors and features. The true value of the 1988 Roosevelt dime comes from certain unique characteristics, including errors and high-grade conditions. Here are some of the most valuable types of this coin. Full bands designation. A Roosevelt dime with full, clearly defined bands on the reverse torch can be significantly more valuable than a standard dime. This detail indicates a strong, precise strike during minting and is highly sought after by collectors. Off-center strikes. If the coin was not properly aligned during striking, it may show an off-center design, increasing its rarity and value. Double die errors. Some 1988 dimes were struck twice, creating a doubled image, especially on the inscriptions or Roosevelt's profile. These errors can make the coin extremely valuable. Missing clad layer. A missing clad layer can expose the copper core, giving the coin a distinctive, unusual look. Collectors are willing to pay a high premium for such errors. Overstruck or broad-struck coins. These errors occur when the coin is struck outside of its retaining collar, leading to a wider, thinner, or distorted shape. Current market value and auction prices. While most 1988 Roosevelt dimes in circulation are only worth their face value, those in exceptional condition, graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. The highest recorded sale of a 1988 Roosevelt dime reached an astonishing $8,966, making it one of the most expensive Roosevelt dimes of its era. Collectors and investors are willing to pay premium prices for dimes with full strike details, sharp luster, and minimal contact marks. If you think you have a potentially valuable 1988 dime, it is recommended to have it professionally graded and authenticated to maximize its value. How to identify a valuable 1988 Roosevelt dime. If you want to find out whether your 1988 Roosevelt dime is valuable, follow these steps. Check for mint mark and date. Ensure your dime is from 1988 and has a D mint mark above the date. Look for errors. Examine the coin under magnification for double die errors, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers. Assess the condition. Coins with little to no wear, sharp details, and full bands on the torch are the most valuable. Weigh the coin. A missing clad layer can make the coin lighter than a standard dime. Weighing it on a precise scale can help determine if it has an error. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify its authenticity and condition, increasing its market value. Why the 1988 D. Roosevelt dime is increasing in value. As more collectors enter the numismatic market, demand for rare and high-grade coins is steadily rising. The 1988 D. Roosevelt dime, especially those with errors or in uncirculated condition, is becoming increasingly valuable. Additionally, as older coin rolls are searched and rare specimens are identified, the supply of high-quality examples diminishes, driving prices even higher. Future potential and investment. If you come across a well-preserved 1988 D. Roosevelt dime, it could be a great long-term investment. As history has shown, rare-era coins and high-grade specimens appreciate in value over time. Coin collectors, historians, and investors alike recognize the potential of these dimes, making them a smart addition to any numismatic collection. Conclusion: the 1988 D. Roosevelt dime is proof that small coins can hold enormous value. With rare errors, full bands, and pristine conditions commanding top dollar, it's always worth checking your change for these hidden treasures. Who knows? You might be carrying a dime worth nearly $9,000 in your pocket right now. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more exciting discoveries in the world of coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Today, we have an exciting and valuable discovery: the 1978 Roosevelt dime. At first glance, this dime may seem like just another small coin in circulation. But what if I told you that some versions of this coin are worth an incredible $468 or even more? Yes, that's right. You might be carrying a fortune in your pocket without even knowing it. In this video, we will uncover the fascinating history of the Roosevelt dime, its significance, how the 1978 version became a collector's dream, and what makes this particular dime so valuable in today's market. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to look for in your spare change that could make you a fortune. The history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1945. This coin was created to honor Roosevelt's remarkable leadership, his contributions to American history, and his efforts in combating the Great Depression and leading the country through World War II. Additionally, Roosevelt was instrumental in the fight against polio, which made his appearance on the dime even more fitting since he was a strong supporter of the March of Dimes campaign to eradicate the disease. The coin was designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. His initials, JS, can be found on the obverse front of the coin, just below Roosevelt's neck. The original Roosevelt dimes were minted in 90% silver and 10% copper. However, due to rising silver prices and the shift in the U.S. Mint's strategy to reduce costs, the dime's composition changed in 1965. From that year onward, the dimes were produced with a clad composition of copper and nickel, removing silver entirely from circulating dimes. Understanding the 1978 Roosevelt dime. The 1978 Roosevelt dime was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. The Philadelphia and Denver Mint produced millions of these dimes for everyday circulation, while the San Francisco Mint created special proof versions meant for collectors. Despite being a common coin, certain factors make the 1978 Roosevelt dime a highly valuable collectible today. While most of these dimes are still worth their face value of 10 cents, specific versions with errors, minting anomalies, or near-perfect condition can fetch hundreds of dollars. One particular 1978 Roosevelt dime in an outstanding condition was recently valued at $468 due to its rarity and near-flawless state. Rare errors and features that increase value. Collectors love error coins, and the 1978 Roosevelt dime has several error varieties that make it even more desirable. Here are some of the most sought-after error versions of this coin. Off-center strikes. When a coin is struck off-center, a portion of the design appears misaligned. Depending on the percentage of the off-center strike, these dimes can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s. Double die errors. This occurs when the coin's design is imprinted twice due to a misalignment in the minting process. Double die errors can be spotted on the date, lettering, or even Roosevelt's profile, making these coins extremely rare and valuable. No mintmark proof error. Some proof dimes from the San Francisco Mint were mistakenly struck without the S mintmark. This variety is rare and highly sought after by collectors. Missing clad layer. Some 1978 dimes were struck with missing clad layers, exposing the inner copper core. These error coins can fetch high prices at auctions. What determines the value of a 1978 Roosevelt dime? Several factors influence the value of a 1978 Roosevelt dime, including condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, with higher grades commanding higher prices. Circulated coins. Most 1978 Roosevelt dimes found in pocket change are circulated and generally worth face value unless they exhibit errors. Uncirculated coins, MS65 and above high-grade uncirculated dimes, especially those graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for hundreds of dollars. Error coins, dimes with minting errors can command prices well over $468, with some rare error varieties exceeding $1,000. Proof coins, proof versions from the San Francisco Mint, especially deep cameo specimens, can be highly valuable if they remain in pristine condition. Current market value and future worth. The current market value of a 1978 Roosevelt dime varies based on its grade and rarity. While common circulated examples are worth around 10 cents, well-preserved and error dimes can reach $468 or more. As interest in coin collecting continues to grow, experts predict that the value of rare 1978 Roosevelt dimes will increase over time. Collectors and investors are always searching for unique and high-quality coins to add to their portfolios. If you own a 1978 Roosevelt dime, it may be worth getting it professionally graded to determine its true market value. Where to find a valuable 1978 Roosevelt dime? You might be wondering, how can you get your hands on one of these valuable dimes? Here are some tips. Check your pocket change. Rare coins can still be found in everyday transactions. Search coin rolls. Buying rolls of dimes from banks and searching through them can yield valuable finds. Visit coin shows and shops. Many coin dealers and collectors trade rare coins at events and online marketplaces. Inspect old collections. If you have inherited a coin collection, take a close look. You might already own a hidden gem. Conclusion: the 1978 Roosevelt dime is proof that even the smallest coins can hold immense value. Whether due to minting errors, exceptional condition, or sheer rarity, certain dimes from this year can fetch an impressive $468 or more. Coin collecting is an exciting hobby that can turn an ordinary 10-cent piece into a significant investment. So, if you have a handful of dimes lying around, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure. Make sure to check for key errors, examine the coin's condition, and if necessary, have it professionally graded to unlock its full potential. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! The fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an incredible discovery to talk about: the 1971 Roosevelt dime. You might think a dime is worth just 10 cents, but some of these coins have been selling for an astonishing $4,465 in auctions. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary dime could be a hidden treasure sitting in your change jar or pocket. Stay tuned as we dive into the history, value, and rare errors that make this coin so valuable. History of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime, as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by John R. Sinek, the coin was created to honor Roosevelt's contributions to the United States, including his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His role in the March of Dimes campaign, which helped combat polio, made him a fitting choice for the dime's design. Initially, Roosevelt dimes were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, due to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965. This new composition helped reduce production costs while ensuring that dimes remained in circulation. Understanding the 1971 D. Roosevelt dime. The 1971 D. Roosevelt dime was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. Millions of these dimes were produced, making it a common coin at first glance. However, not all 1971 D dimes are equal. Certain high-grade specimens and rare error varieties have become highly sought after by collectors and investors, dramatically increasing their market value. Rare errors and valuable features. One of the primary reasons why the 1971 D. Roosevelt dime can be worth thousands of dollars is the presence of rare minting errors. Here are some of the most valuable errors found in these coins. Missing clad layer. Some 1971 D dimes were struck without their outer clad layer, exposing the copper core. These era coins are extremely rare and highly valuable. Off-center strikes. Coins that were struck off-center during the minting process exhibit an unusual appearance, making them attractive to collectors. Double die errors. This error occurs when the design is imprinted twice slightly misaligned, resulting in a unique doubling effect on the lettering or images. Weak strikes or misaligned dies. If a coin is struck with incorrect pressure or an improperly aligned die, it can lead to design irregularities that increase its value. Value of the 1971 D. Roosevelt dime. Most 1971 D. Roosevelt dimes in circulated condition are only worth face value, but those in mint state condition can fetch significant premiums. High-grade specimens, graded MS-67 or higher, have sold for as much as $4,465 in major numismatic auctions. The condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its value, with coins free of wear, scratches, and blemishes being the most desirable. If you come across a 1971 D. Roosevelt dime that appears to be in exceptional condition or has an unusual feature, it is highly recommended to have it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Professional grading can confirm the coin's authenticity and significantly increase its market value. Current market trends and future worth. As the interest in coin collecting grows, the demand for rare and high-grade coins like the 1971 D. Roosevelt dime continues to rise. Numismatics experts predict that as more collectors enter the market, the value of these rare dimes will only increase over time. The supply of high-quality examples is limited, and as they become harder to find, their prices could skyrocket in the future. Even in general circulation, rare era dimes may still be hiding in everyday pocket change. It's always a good idea to check your coins carefully, as you might just discover a hidden gem worth thousands of dollars. Conclusion: the 1971 D. Roosevelt dime proves that even small denominations can hold tremendous value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone interested in finding hidden treasures in your spare change, this coin is a perfect example of why numismatics is such an exciting field. So, what are you waiting for? Check your pockets, search through your old coin collections, and inspect your coin rolls. You might just come across one of these rare Roosevelt dimes worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more exciting coin discoveries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin in your collection. Happy hunting, and see you in the next video, where we bring you the most fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins. In today's video, we are diving deep into the incredible 2013 D. Roosevelt dime. You may have seen this coin in your pocket change and never given it a second thought. But what if I told you that one of these dimes is worth an unbelievable $6,788? That's right. A tiny 10-cent piece, often overlooked, could be hiding a fortune. Stick with us as we uncover the history, the rarest features, the errors, and the current market value of this exceptional coin. History of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by John R. Sinek, this coin was created to honor Roosevelt's leadership and his immense contributions to the nation, particularly during the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt was also instrumental in the March of Dimes campaign, which fought against polio, a disease he personally battled for most of his life. Initially, the Roosevelt dime was minted with a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, due to the rising costs of silver, the U.S. Mint made a major change in 1965, shifting to a clad composition consisting of a pure copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. This transition helped reduce production costs while still maintaining the durability and appearance of the coin. Fast forward to 2013, and the Roosevelt dime remains an essential part of U.S. currency, widely circulated and used in everyday transactions. While billions of these dimes have been minted over the decades, certain rare variations, minting errors, and high-grade specimens have become highly valuable, with some fetching thousands of dollars at auctions. Understanding the 2013 D. Roosevelt dime. The 2013 D. Roosevelt dime was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the DE mint mark. Millions of these dimes were produced, making them common in circulation. However, not all 2013 D dimes are created equal. Some feature rare errors or are preserved in exceptionally high-grade conditions, making them extremely valuable to collectors. Rare errors and features. One of the main reasons certain 2013 D Roosevelt dimes have skyrocketed in value is due to minting errors. Error coins are often produced unintentionally due to mechanical issues at the mint, and collectors eagerly seek out these rare anomalies. Here are some of the most valuable error types found in the 2013 D Roosevelt dime. Missing clad layer. Some 2013 D dimes were struck without one of their clad layers, exposing the copper core. These errors create a unique and visually striking appearance, making them highly desirable among collectors. Off-center strikes. When a coin is struck off-center, part of the design is missing or misaligned. The degree of the off-center strike determines its rarity and value, with extreme cases commanding higher prices. Double die errors. A double die error occurs when the design is imprinted twice, slightly misaligned. This can cause noticeable doubling on the lettering or images, making the coin a must-have for error collectors. Weak strikes and die cracks. Some dimes were struck with insufficient pressure, leading to faint or incomplete designs. Others exhibit die cracks, which occur when the die used to mint the coin develops fractures, transferring unusual raised lines onto the coin's surface. Value of the 2013 D Roosevelt dime. While most circulated 2013 D Roosevelt dimes are worth only face value, those in high-grade condition can fetch significant sums. A standard uncirculated 2013 D dime graded MS-67 or higher can sell for hundreds of dollars, but the real treasures are those in perfect MS-70 condition or those featuring rare errors. The highest recorded sale of a 2013 D Roosevelt dime reached an astonishing $6,788. This specific coin was in pristine condition, graded at a nearly flawless level, and displayed unique characteristics that set it apart from the rest. The demand for these high-grade specimens is fueled by collectors who seek to complete their sets with the best preserved examples available. Current market trends and future worth. The numismatic market is constantly evolving, and interest in Roosevelt dimes continues to grow. Coins with rare errors and high-grade conditions are becoming harder to find as collectors snap them up. As a result, their value is expected to rise in the coming years. If you happen to come across a 2013 D Roosevelt dime in excellent condition, it's worth having it graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC to determine its true market value. Even if you don't have a high-grade specimen, it's always a good idea to check your pocket change. Many rare coins have been discovered in circulation, and you never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem worth thousands of dollars. Conclusion: the 2013 D Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how even the smallest coins can hold incredible value. Whether it's due to minting errors, rare features, or impeccable condition, this little dime has the potential to turn a simple pocket find into a life-changing discovery. So, what are you waiting for? Start checking your dimes today. Who knows, you might be holding on to a rare 2013 D. Roosevelt dime worth $6,788 or more. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more amazing coin discoveries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting, where we uncover the fascinating secrets of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an extraordinary discovery, the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime. At first glance, this dime might look like any ordinary coin you find in your pocket or spare change jar, but don't be fooled. Some of these coins have sold for as much as $8,374. That's right, a simple dime worth a fortune. Stay tuned as we dive deep into its history, unique features, minting errors, collector demand, and how you might be lucky enough to find one of these treasures in your possession. History of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most influential leaders in American history. Designed by John R. Sinek, the coin was not only meant to honor Roosevelt's leadership through the Great Depression and World War II but also to commemorate his involvement with the March of Dimes, an initiative to fight polio, the disease that affected him throughout his life. Originally, Roosevelt dimes were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, but due to the rising cost of silver, the composition changed in 1965 to a clad mixture of copper and nickel. This change was part of the U.S. Mint's cost-cutting measures to ensure a steady production of circulating currency. Despite these material changes, the iconic design of the Roosevelt dime has remained largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. Understanding the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime. The 2017 P. Roosevelt dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark on the obverse of the coin. Millions of these dimes were struck for circulation, making them common in general use. However, what makes this particular dime valuable is not its regular versions but the rare high-grade specimens, unique errors, and collector demand that elevate its worth into the thousands. Errors and rare features. One of the primary factors that can increase the value of a 2017 P. Roosevelt dime is the presence of minting errors. Error coins are a favorite among collectors because they represent unique anomalies in the minting process. Some of the most sought-after errors found in this coin include double die errors. This occurs when the design is imprinted twice, slightly misaligned, creating a unique doubling effect on the lettering, date, or images. Off-center strikes. Coins that were struck off-center due to a misalignment during minting are highly prized by collectors. Missing clad layer. If a dime is missing one of its clad layers, exposing the copper core, it is considered a rare minting mistake that significantly increases its value. Weak strikes or die cracks. These occur due to incorrect pressure during minting, leading to a faint or incomplete design, which can make the coin highly collectible. Value of the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime. While most 2017 P. Roosevelt dimes in circulation are only worth their face value of 10 cents, certain pristine, high-grade specimens have reached jaw-dropping prices at auctions. A flawless, mint state 70, MS70, graded 2017 P. Roosevelt dime, free of scratches, marks, or wear, can fetch thousands of dollars. In recent years, some of these dimes have sold for as much as $8,374, making them a lucrative find for collectors and investors. For those looking to determine the value of their 2017 P. Roosevelt dime, it is essential to get the coin professionally graded by services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC. Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Coins in uncirculated condition, especially those with full bands on the torch design, are the most desirable and can command premium prices. Current market trends and future worth. The demand for high-quality Roosevelt dimes continues to grow as more collectors enter the numismatic market. The value of rare error dimes and pristine specimens has steadily increased over the years, making these coins a promising investment. As collectors hunt for unique and high-grade dimes, the market value of the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime is expected to rise even further in the future. It is always a good idea to check your spare change, old coin rolls, and even bank-wrapped dimes, as you might come across one of these valuable pieces without realizing it. Many people have found rare coins in circulation purely by accident, proving that treasure could be hiding in plain sight. Conclusion: the 2017 P. Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how even the smallest denominations can hold incredible value. Whether you are an avid collector, a numismatic investor, or simply someone intrigued by the world of coin collecting, this dime is a reminder that rare treasures can be found anywhere. If you happen to own a high-grade or rare variety of this dime, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, what are you waiting for? Start checking your change, coin rolls, and collections. You never know what hidden gem you might find. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more exciting coin discoveries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments if you have ever found a valuable coin in your collection. Happy hunting, and we'll see you in the next video.